Thank you for joining me, guys. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys today about what I've been thinking about. I think we can all agree that we love electricity, right? And I think we owe big thanks to Thomas Edison and Louis Latimer. Because without Louis Latimer inventing a better filament for the light bulb, for it to burn brighter and longer, I don't think we would have light today, right? And on that bright note, we were presented or given, I should say, the electric car and was told that this electric car would be the environmentally friendly option, which is better for the environment and for people. Okay? Now, I'm not one of those voices. I'm not one of those voices that are saying that. And I don't. So, to understand what I am getting on about, I want you to join me down this road as we discuss or talk about the EV cars. Now, as you hop in your car and you drive down the road, you will go to your favorite charging station or the charging station near you, correct? And as you're there, you're going to plug it in to charge it, whether you're empty or you just want to top yourself off, right? So as you plug in, you're sitting there for about 20 minutes, maybe 4 hours or more, right? Depending on what charger you're at, depending on the temperature outside, whether it's really cold outside or whether it's hot outside, whatever the case may be. Now, to me, I think that sucks. I think that's stupid. Because I can take my Chevy Tahoe or H1 Hummer or S-Class Mercedes or 7 Series BMW and I can take it down the road to a fueling station, fill it up, and only spend 1 minute, maybe 3 minutes at the most, filling this thing up. And I'm down the road, right? Not spending 20 minutes, 4 hours camping out, setting campfires and all that kind of crap. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. You know? But however, this is supposed to be better for us, right? It's supposed to be better for the environment, right? So as you drive your car home or parking it in your favorite shopping center and this car decides to set itself on fire or blow up, explode. Maybe in some countries you might be considered a suicide bomber, correct? I mean, let's be real here now, you know? But as this car does what it does, you have firefighters who are going to come to extinguish this fire, right? When they come to extinguish this fire, you're going to have a lot of toxic fumes coming out from this car. Now, this is not a regular car battery that's under our hoods. This is a large car battery that's probably as the length of the floor of your car. That's the size of the battery. It's a big battery, encased, right, in your floor. So you got the toxic gases coming out, right? That if you were to breathe them, would cause respiratory issues or an eye issue if you got the toxic fumes in your eye, right? Now, while this is happening, you have fluids from the battery because it's either a lithium ion battery or it's just a lithium battery. It's going to have some sort of fluid in it, right? So as this fluid is leaking, whether it's just decides to explode or maybe you were in an accident, you know what I mean? And it decides to rupture and boom, decides to explode, right? Liquid is coming out of the battery, okay? As liquid is coming out of the battery, you have firefighters that are trying to put this battery out, this fire out, right? As they're trying to put the fire out, the chemicals, toxic chemicals that are in the battery are mixing with the water, okay, that are going into our water system, that's going into the earth and polluting the earth. Remember, it's supposed to be environmentally friendly, okay? So while they're putting it out and they're taking, 3 to 6 hours to put this fire out, you're using anywhere between 3,000 to 10,000 gallons of water just to put this one car fire out. Now, if you had a gasoline car, you're using anywhere between 500 to maybe 1,000 gallons of water to put the fire out. Big difference. Once you put a gasoline fire out, it's out. There is no chances of it reigniting. Electrical fire, once you put it out, it reignites 3 days later, or a week later, or 2 weeks later, or whatever. So essentially, instead of you putting out one car fire, it's like putting out, say, 6 or 10 gas fires. So yeah, you might say this is one fire, but you put this one car fire out several times. Because not only do you put it out once, it reignites, you put it out, then it reignites again, you put it out, and then it reignites again. So yeah, that might be one car fire, but if it was a gasoline car, the same kind of fire, you're looking at about what? 2, 3, 4 cars igniting to be the equivalent of an electric car with the same amount of water. That's a lot of water being used to put a fire out. It's a lot of water. Considering California, the dumbasses they are, decided we're gonna make this our go-to car and ban gas cars. Isn't California known for rolling blackouts and water shortages? Pretty sure California is known for that. But you're approving this car? Really? I want to see how that's going to work when you have water shortages and you got to put a car fire out, or when you have rolling blackouts and you need to charge your car. Yeah, I want to see how that's going to work out for you guys. Yeah, I'm dying to see how this is going to work out living in California and all the other states that decided to jump on this bandwagon as if they were born behind a cow, who decided to do this cockamamie stuff. Yeah, I want to see how that's going to work out for you. Yeah. I mean, we have better options for fuel, to be honest with you. And I'm not one of those voices that are saying, yeah, let's put them in buses and semi-trucks and construction vehicles, because I personally don't find that to be a good idea at all. Considering that you have them in some buses now, and the buses are just sitting in parking lots just exploding, catching on fire. I mean, and this is better for the environment. How? I mean, like, really? All right, anyway. Me personally, I would rather go with biodiesel, where you can use cooking oil or use oil, refine it for fuel in our vehicles, where the emissions that are coming out of the pipe will be actually better than the emissions that are coming out of the existing vehicles we have now. I think that would be a better option, because I'm pretty sure we can make these fuels cheaper, okay, for consumers to put in their car than what we got now. You know, I think it would be a better option. Or we can go down the road that Africa went. Zimbabwe, there's an inventor in Zimbabwe, South Africa there, by the name of Maxwell, who invented a car that runs off of radio waves, okay? No battery needed, so you don't have to worry about the car catching on fire or exploding. okay? And the car is lighter. So therefore, it's more environmentally friendly for the environment because you don't have to worry about the mining operations that are going on in China and Africa to get the copper and the cobalt, which the mining dust is causing these kids to come out deformed without legs or arms and so on and so forth. So it's actually going to be a better option than electric cars. So if you're so concerned about the environment and the people, we have to be concerned about all people, okay? Not just people in America or just in Europe. We have to be concerned about all people and how it affects everybody, okay? We can't be selfish about this. And if it's affecting these people in Africa and causing them to be deformed, we have to step back and say to ourselves, is this really a better option? We're killing off large amounts of people just to get the materials needed for the batteries for these cars. When we have biodiesel, which is a better option, or the car that Maxwell invented in Zimbabwe, which runs over radio frequencies that doesn't need batteries. Considering that the batteries that are being made in these factories and plants that are producing pollution into the earth, right? That the electrical facilities that are producing electricity for these cars, for these power stations that you plug in your cars into, are creating pollution as well. Then you have to recycle these batteries, also creating another form of pollution. So yeah, directly the cars are not creating pollution, but indirectly it's creating a lot of pollution, okay? A lot of pollution, because we already have this, which we know, our fossil fuel vehicles that operate. This is what we know. We've had these and they've been around for years. And then you brought to us this, the electric vehicle, right? The electric vehicle are supposed to be better. But when you really analyze everything, is it really better than what we already have? Absolutely not. When you look at every single thing, no, it's not. So you can go and say to the people, this is better for us than what we already have, when it's also creating pollution. How is that better? It's even worse than what we got. When you really look at it, I mean, really look at it. It's not better at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess we're really not concerned about being environmentally friendly when you really think about it, considering what these electric cars do as far as pollution and to the people. So that's really not the issue, because if it was, I don't think electric cars would be the answer. I think what Maxwell invented in Zimbabwe would have been more the answer, or the biodiesel would have been more of the answer. If we were really concerned about how it affects people and the environment, that we would have looked into, and we would have said, you know what? This is what it's doing to these group of people. This is not good. This is what it's doing really to the environment. It's not good. I'm just giving you food for thought. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do or what to buy, but just to really look at it on a whole scale, the whole picture, and really ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is it really better for the environment and for people? No. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't want one of those parked in my garage or near any one of my vehicles or in any one of my homes. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Considering, when you think about this, Samsung made the, I think it was Galaxy 7 phone. That phone was setting itself on fire. Okay? Setting itself on fire. Right? They banned that phone on planes. I think it was only like 26 incidences, if I'm correct. There might have been more. I could be wrong with the numbers. But just with those little bit of numbers of that phone catching itself on fire and people getting injured, they said, you know what? Nope. We're recalling the phone. The phone is banned. It's not allowed on planes. You can't get that thing anywhere. Right? that had a lithium-ion battery, but it's a small lithium-ion battery considered to the cars that are on the road, which the battery in those cars are massive. We're still allowing them on the road, right? We're still accepting them in areas that I don't think they should be even accepted in because of the potential risk that those cars possess. Bro, come on. This thing is like a fucking Fugazi, you know? Come on. Anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on it. I just think that people need to really open their eyes and really look at what's being presented to you than just being closing your eyes and being spoon-fed whatever somebody tells you. Like, kind of like think for yourself, you know what I mean? Instead of just listening to what everybody says. As if like that's like the honest to God truth on what it really is when it's really not. And anyway, said my piece.
So before I leave you guys, I want to leave you guys with this video of an electric vehicle going on a highway, entering thermal runaway, and you can see the rest.
Giving you food for thought, you make your own decision at the end of the day, right? I thank you for spending time with me and listening to what I had to say about the electric cars, and I hope I gave you some food for thought. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.